On the dispatch and scheduling enhancement, this is the dispatch model that we use for scheduling and pricing. One of the changes or improvements that we made is the modeling of the Kalayaan pumping in terms of startup and shutdown changeover, generator startup and shutdown protocol, aggregation and disaggregation of modeling of generators and load, net monitoring of generators to minimize their imbalances, application of end-time security limit, and separation of the load forecasting for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao to gain more accuracy in our load forecasting. We also introduced the fast start functionality, which allowed certain units on fast start to be able to bid into the market even if they are not online. On the billing and settlement side, we were able to introduce the use of multiple aggregated customer and site-specific loss processes. This allowed treatment of multiple customers assigned to a single trading node due to incompatibilities of their connection configuration with the market network model. And we also did a lot of in-house backup settlement softwares, which we originally used for the audit of our settlement module in the MMS. We were also able to include, based on the EBAT law, the EBAT for Western transaction. Essentially, this determines generators which are subject to EBAT and those which are exempted to EBAT. And accordingly, the cost of the EBAT is allocated to the customers. We also provided a system for daily participant settlement and meter data reporting, which allowed the participants to obtain raw and adjusted meter data together with their preliminary and final statement to help them in their settlement validation and audit process. Other things like the validation of RTD against the metering data and other miscellaneous data extractions and calculations were also developed to further help the consumer and to assist them in their participation in the WESM. In conclusion, I would like to borrow some words from an expert who did a study of the WESM here in the Philippines. The goal of the market should never be regulatory or economic purity, but rather a market that delivers benefit to consumers and industry participants, and one that provides appropriate consumption signal and production signals as well as investment to the industry stakeholders. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for that very informative report on the WESM operations. Engineer Pangilinan. We would like to again remind everyone to write down all their questions on a sheet of paper. Our ushers will be on hand to collect them later and they will be addressed during the open forum. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a very short break for snacks. It will be served at the foyer area. The program will resume in 15 minutes. Again, our ushers and usherettes have started to go around as we speak to collect your questions for the open forum. Market on its first year of operation, please welcome Mr. Crisantius Heruela, Vice President for Market Assessment Group, the Philippine Electric Market Corporation.
Colleagues in the electricity industry, good morning. Assessing an electricity market for efficiency and fairness is cumbersome and complex, especially at this early stage of market implementation. Millions of data points can be called in hundreds of ways and provide various information on how the market is evolving. Those numerous information can be interpreted in different ways that can lead to several conclusions, which sometimes can be contradicting. For the past several months, we have worked with the Market Surveillance Committee under the scenario trying to determine how our market is progressing and performing with the objective of identifying variables and factors that can hinder the interaction of competitive forces in our market. For this occasion, We will be limiting our presentation to issues we believe we need to address immediately, so as not to derail the impetus we are given in implementing the core of the powers reform program. Particularly, I will discuss that competition is still on a shaky ground. The presence of market power on the input side of our market, the capacity gap, which was a permanent feature of the market for the first 12 months, reduced market outcome. The said capacity gap likewise sacrificed market transparency, and the hourly spot prices still highly volatile. The persistent high market concentration as measured by the Herfindahl-Hirschman Index on major market participants suggests that competition rests on a shaky ground. As shown in the chart, with an HSI of more than 3,000, measured based on actual generation at metering points, our market is still highly concentrated even during off-peak hours when our power system network is less stressed. Obviously, the dominance of the government through PISARM and NPC in trading energy is the main driver of the high HSI index. When the index was derived solely from the energy traded on spot, or the energy traded not covered by contracts as shown on the right side of the chart, the index worsens as it doubles to 6,000 range, indicating that purchasing electricity on the spot is much more susceptible to market power abuse. Addressing this problem could be undertaken in two ways. First and foremost is the implementation of the privatization program, which I believe you heard the statement of Secretary, his priority task as Secretary of Energy. And for the buy side, to further reduce the spot purchases by signing up enhanced bilateral contracts for power supply with the generators. As shown in this chart, our market would approach the highly competitive level of HHI if HHI is applied on offered capacity by individual generators as shown by the line lingering the 1,000 range. Note that those lines were derived using actual capacity offered on hourly basis, and that line could reach the ideal HSI level if the other issue, the capacity gap issue that I'm going to discuss later, would also be addressed. The middle line in the chart indicates that as long as generators would offer other available capacities in the spot market, our market can be categorized as moderately competitive market, even if this is measured on a trading participant or trading team level. Using the same indexing scheme, the intensity of competition must also measured at the input side of the generation sector, with the some generating plants being dependent on PC for fuel supply and PCS market power that could potentially be abused, especially if the procurement of fuel for coal and oil thermal plants is being undertaken by a single authority. As shown, the HHI, which is lingering at 3,500 level, would further degrade if the uncertainty of the hydro capacities were considered in the computation. With this environment, effort of the trading teams to participate in the market competitively can be potentially be muted, or there are incentives for trading teams to face competitive forces squarely. The market power in the fuel procurement process, if abused, could definitely inhibit competition in our markets, which I guess Secretary Reyes has already stated that is one of his agendas is to really address this issue.